Happy weekend, friends. Okay, I have some thoughts for you I want to talk about. So when I came to my journey, I had 3 kids. And Charlotte was like not quite 3, Shannon was still 1, and then Connor was a newborn. And I came to my journey because I hated my body. I hated my body. I didn't want to get naked. I was actually really mad. I was really mad and really tired and really overwhelmed, and I allowed society's opinions to dominate my thoughts. So I came to my journey with this like hell-bent attitude of I need to just strong arm this journey, and I need to lose the weight, and I need to get my body back, and all this crap. I've been talking about it on my stories today if you want to hear more about my journey. And what I know now, after doing this for all these years, having teenagers, helping a lot of you change your journey, transform your thoughts, what I want to remind you of is every single season is different. There's no Pinterest recipe card, what your life and your journey and your physical transformation should look like. If you are in a season where you need rest, I want you to rest. I don't ever want you to come to this journey and strong arm it with this idea of I have to get my body back or I need to lose the weight. When you're coming at your journey from that perspective, you're already having this like lack, negative, mean girl mentality, and it will not serve you. It will not transform your life. You might actually see some results from overworking and doing all the things and drastically changing what you're eating, but it will not transform your life. And that is what I want for you most out of everything. I want you to transform your life. I want you to fall in love with who you're becoming. I want you to fall in love with the process of creating new habits and building your belief and creating a consistent version of you. And when things finally shifted for me was when I decided not to get my body back, but like I had this epiphany that I was going to change my life. I was tired of my bullshit mentality, and I was going to touch my journey no matter what. And that is not a perfectionist mindset. I want you to hear me out. It wasn't this, I'm going to do it no matter what, having this perfection, all or nothing mindset. Instead, it was a reframe. I'm going to show up for myself no matter what. I'm going to make a promise, and then I'm going to take action every single day. And there was no quantifier around what that action and behavior looked like for me. Maybe it was a walk. Maybe it was listening to a podcast. Maybe it was dancing in my kitchen or doing some squats. Every single day, no matter what, I was going to look for proof. I was going to create proof that I was actually holding that promise and showing up for myself. I was building my own belief. I was disassembling that once upon a time version of myself and slowly, intentionally, messy, imperfectly rebuilding her, creating her, rising from the ashes. And this is a journey that I'm still on all these years later. It's not about being perfect. It's not about how fast can you get through a program. It's not about what the number on the scale is or what your size is or any of that. Okay, that's just data, metrics. We're talking about the belief and your mindset. And if that is off kilter in your life, this is your call to action as we move into a new week, as we get ready for a new month and a new season and kids go back to school and all that stuff. I don't want you to come up with this plan that's impossible to conquer. I don't want you to have all these extra to-dos that create shame and judgment, and you're like, I should do this. The second you say, I should do this, you need to revisit why you're doing it. Instead, it's about shifting your thoughts around it. Like, I get to show up to my journey, and I'm going to make a promise to myself, and then I'm going to honor it no matter what. Make a no matter what promise to yourself. And that no matter what promise, it shouldn't be all or nothing, okay? That's not what we're preaching here. It's not that perfectionist mindset. It is, I am going to change my life because I am worthy of that, because I deserve to feel proud, because your consistency is ultimately what will build your belief. Those of you who are like, I just need to get motivated, I just need to like find my rhythm, that's great, but that is very uncommon to just suddenly be inspired and all of a sudden everything looks differently and it's suddenly easy. That's not freaking real life. That is not something that, if someone is peddling that to you, they're a freaking liar pants on freaking fire, okay? It comes down to a belief and a promise, and then you're just taking a little bit of daily action to prove to yourself that you are capable of keeping that promise and doing the work. So what promise do you need to make to yourself? If it is a quiet promise, you're just keeping squirreled away, maybe you wrote it in your journal, or maybe you just said it secretly to yourself in the mirror. You need to be loud about it, because the things that we actually say outside of our heads, that maybe you text to a girlfriend, or maybe you find an accountability person here, or maybe it's you're going to message me, or you're going to post in the freaking circle, you're going to get in the middle of the bed, you're going to show up in the accountability tribe. When you say it outside of your head, you have such a better chance of following through, and then you have people who will hold you to it. I want to see you win. I don't care what your body looks like. I don't care how fast you get through a program. I want you to feel awesome. I want you to have a transformation, but I am more interested in your internal self-belief, self-talk, consistency, belief transformation. That's what I want to help you build. That's what I want you to help you transform, because I remember who I was once upon a time, and I wish that I had someone do that for me. So I'm shining the light for you today, and I'm reminding you it doesn't need to be perfect. But if you keep stopping, if you are a chronic quitter like I used to be, you can change that. You can change that. And you change it today. It begins today. It's not, you have to wait for a certain day or for everything to line up. Your life will never align perfectly. There will always be a trip. There will always be an event. There will always be something happening that takes your attention, and you're the author of your story. Like, you get to decide what success looks like for you. You get to decide what a victory is. You get to hype girl the crap out of yourself, and I'm encouraging you to reframe what a win looks like every single day, which is why having a gratitude practice, logging your wins every single day. Like I drank, maybe it's not, you didn't drink all your water, but maybe it's I drank a cup of water. You know, it's maybe I had an extra vegetable. Maybe it wasn't. I did my nutrition perfectly, but I did one thing great. Collect your freaking wins. What we focus on grows. So if you're focusing on this is really hard, or I'm never going to get there, it's taking too long, or I'm so freaking tired, congratulations, you're going to find a whole lot more of that. I want you to feel proud. I want you to inspire yourself. I want you to be your own motivator. And motivation is fleeting, right? We're not always going to feel like it. But when you reframe it to, I'm going to choose to collect my wins, and I'm going to take action no matter what, it is 100% a game changer. That moment in time when I was like, drew my line in the sand, I was like, I'm going to do this no matter what. It was honestly birthed from a place of perfectionism and strong arming the journey. But now that I'm so many years into this, I can see where that can serve you right now where you are today, imperfect as it is. I'm going to show up no matter what. No matter what means you intentionally choosing to find your wins. Maybe it's listening to this video. Maybe it is plugging into the tribe. Maybe it is that extra glass of water, or going for a walk, or playing with your kids, or putting on a bathing suit and making the memory, taking the freaking picture. Stop waiting to live your life for everything to line up. Stop waiting for things to magically transform. This is work. This is work. But it is work that we are privileged to get to do. We get to recreate stories. We get to unravel stories that haven't served us. We get to create new stories that will become our kids' blueprint. We get to do that. That is a privilege. It's not a have to. It's not a, oh my gosh, that's so overwhelming. Again, it's your perspective. It is your filter. So I hope that you listen to this and you get some nugget out of it, and that you do adopt a no matter what attitude. No matter what, I'm going to touch my journey. No matter what, I'm going to find my wins. No matter what, I'm going to hype girl the shit out of myself, because I deserve to be proud. It doesn't have to be perfect or linear. It doesn't need to look a certain way. You probably will never go back in time to a way you looked once upon a time, but guess what? You won't ever be her again anyway. You've unlocked so many new levels. You become a whole new version of yourself. You've experienced things. You've grown. You've grown. That's really freaking rad. So today, what is your no matter what? Moving forward, what is a no matter what promise that you're going to make to yourself, so that when your head hits the bed, hits the pillow at night, you can be like, did I show up to my no matter what's? You might miss a few days, but what if you freaking rock all the rest of them? Imagine the compound effect of that. Imagine the belief that you will build, the consistency that you can create. That's your power. You get to freaking do that. Something really interesting to think about. So drop me a comment today. I want to know where you're at. I want to know what win you have collected. I want to know how your water challenge is going. How's it going? How are you feeling? Are you proud? If you're not proud, how can we reframe it? What can we do differently? What little tiny tweak in your mindset and in your action can completely transform the trajectory of your journey? Because it's your journey. I can't do it for you. No one else can do it for me. Nobody else can do it for you. We get to be our own superheroes. We get to create a new path. We get to change our thoughts. We get to collect proof. We get to take action. We get to do the things that will freaking serve us and make us proud.